Right, let's talk about Avatar: The Way of Water because it's been rated now.
Do we have
Oh,
to?
wow.
Oddly enough, anyone want to guess what this film's been rated
Same as the last one.
PG-13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sicario, not
PG-13.
Cicero. I'm sorry. Yes, thank you for correcting me, Chris. I'm sorry.
So
I
it's
knew what
been
I meant.
rated PG-13 for strong violence, language, intense action, and partial nudity. I don't want to look at no cat titties. All right, I'm not interested in cat titties.
No.
I don't.
You know what's funny? I watched Dick Tracy last night. That movie is rated PG. They have a scene where Madonna's on screen for close to a minute in a completely see-through nightgown.
Oh, yeah, I remember that
You
when I was
can
a
see
kid.
all of her boobage.
You wouldn't want to look at her
PG.
now. She was like
No. This was in her prime.
She was like a mashed potato made
I'm
love
just
with
sitting
an
there
alien
going,
or something.
how the fuck did they get away with this in a PG movie? And then, not only that, get the kicker of it is, I went and watched Siskel and Ebert's review of it. They used that scene in their review. I'm like, how the fuck did they get that scene on TV?
That's hilarious.
But anyway, so yeah, cartoon boobies, PG-13. We're not surprised. That's what the first one was rated. So
well, so when it was rated, that one was rated PG-13 for intense epic battle sequences and warfare, sensuality, a bit of sensuality.
Well, there was the sex
language and some smoking. So sensuality has just been replaced by some partial nudity this time around.
So there's no sex in this one, evidently.
No.
It might have made the movie better if there was.
I don't want to look at a porn pan.
That's what Matthew McConaughey said too.
God damn.
Be cooler if there was.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they say sequences of strong violence and intense action. So good, I guess. Some strong language, sure. Partial nudity. It'll be interesting to see. I don't know how much this will affect its box office, though, because obviously the first one was rated similar. And it does have a China release now as well. So it's secured that. Which I don't know, and this is important to know, I actually don't know how good that, how beneficial that will prove for Avatar, because China's going on lockdown now, isn't it?
Yep.
All hell's breaking loose.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a disaster over there.
Nate just froze.
Right
when
when
freeze
oh, there he is.
When did it freeze?
Like you had like a very unapproving look on your face.
Well,
yeah,
what was they talking
disaster
about?
in China.
Disaster in China. I said, oh, all hell's breaking loose in China.
Yeah. So we talk about the coveted Chinese release, and it is a coveted thing to have. The Chinese release is pretty big thing. It makes or breaks a lot of movies. But I don't think it's going to help them this time around because China is forcing lockdowns again. So COVID, because they're pursuing a zero COVID policy. They're locking people in their homes. And there's also massive protests happening in China nationwide. Protests happen in China fairly frequently-ish, but they're normally very singular. They're not mass protests, and they're not all protesting the same topic. This is pretty new, not saying that anything's going to happen or come from it.
Oh, he froze again.
We lost him again. Oh, he must be having some internet hiccups.
Yeah. But I'm guessing he was going to say with them going on lockdown, they're not going to be going to the movies. So how much money is anybody going to be getting off of China's movie releases?
Let's not underestimate the power of James Cameron. He may bring peace to the people of China.
Yeah, yeah.
They may all calm down just to see the water kitties.
Yeah. James Cameron has got another movie in theaters. We are taking the lockdowns away for this small period of time.
I'm back.
We were just spreading some fake news while you were gone. That's all.
Yeah. We were kind of trying to continue your thoughts as you were frozen in time over there.
Yeah.
Right. Well, what were you telling me? What were you saying?
Well, yeah. Nick finished your thought with, with the lockdown, nobody's going to be able to go see Avatar, but I said, don't underestimate it. It may be the thing that brings peace to China. They will let everybody go see the water kitties and everybody will be happy.
Yeah. James Cameron's got a new movie out, so
James Cameron will bring peace to the world.
I wish. I wish. That is unlikely to happen. And the thing is, like, again, I don't know when it froze, but Chinese releases and stuff, they are coveted for a reason, but not with this, not with lockdowns. Like I that will see, it's difficult because whenever I talk about this, whenever I talk about Avatar, people always go, "Oh, you're an Avatar hater." I'm not. This is just basic fact, right? If you want this movie to do well, you want them to be released in China, but you also want it to be released in China with everyone being able to go there. And at the moment, it's pretty big in China. I mean, CNN verifies protests in 16 major cities in China. It's pretty big, even so much so that Apple has now got involved in basically working as an arm of the CCP, and they're shutting down regular airdrops in China. They're not allowing it, and it's only gone out of China. Doesn't have, you can find this on Twitter, like screenshots of it all. Basically, they're shutting it down because that's the way people have been communicating. They airdrop things to one another quickly. Here, we're doing this. Go. And that's how they've been organizing themselves and sort of spreading all this information around. Because obviously, WeChat and things like that, whatever it's called, is very restricted, very censored. So this will seriously impact. This will seriously impact the Avatar 2's release in China massively. And this is only the start. It may get worse. We don't know. Thoughts before I freeze again?
Yeah. No, yeah. And you're not wrong. Cameron kind of needs China to make some money on this movie because as we're starting to learn slowly, they kind of have to reach that $2 billion plateau because the movie sounds like it costs between $400 and $500 million on its own. And that's not including P&A. Once you add that on there, oh shit. Like, that's where this movie has to make so much money. And that's impossible. You've basically set yourself up for an impossibility. And of course, we've brought it up a million times over. We've had the same conversation about James Cameron, but let's be fucking real here. Even James Cameron, I think, is starting to realize that, oh shit, I may have bitten off more than I can chew at this point. Yeah. So you got it right here with a rumored budget of as much as $400 million right there. As I just said, like, we're starting to learn the truth of this. And that is fucking insane. You should never be spending that kind of money on a movie. I don't give a shit what it is or who's directing or what it's about or what. It doesn't matter. There's no reason.
Yeah, the studio's got to be freaking out a little bit at this point. Like, all right, what did we allow to happen here? I don't see him. I don't see him recouping.
Well, I mean, you can give him a little bit of leeway on the COVID part because I'm sure a lot of this came into being before COVID. Because the initial plan was a Star Wars movie alternating with an Avatar movie every year for the next decade, at least, was their original plan here.
Yeah.
So we can't completely put the blame on James because Disney built this up on their own too in that way. Like, that was kind of part of their quote unquote plan, and they let him shoot 2 movies back to back.
Yeah,
and in that tells me that this movie paid for the big chunk of what they needed to set up for the second part of this as well. So, and at this point, I'll be curious to see if it even does as well as like Black Panther, the second one did.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the same thing.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you there.
It just doesn't have any buzz.
No, it doesn't. Have you seen the Avatar YouTube channel? They've been releasing loads of what would be TV.
I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, I try and keep track of everything. So they've been releasing basically like TV spots, but on the YouTube channel, so they don't have to release them to the public. They just release them there. But so they're hoping, obviously, as a marketing tactic, that uploading them and releasing them there will then get circulated. It seems, as a way to minimize the marketing budget. That's what it looks like. Otherwise, why would you do it? They're like like 30-second to a minute clips of actual just.
Oh, this is not abnormal. A lot of movies have released their TV spots because sometimes they do it just to release them.
Spots, mate. This is the thing. They're not actual TV
clips.
Spots. They are just clips of the movie. That's the point I'm trying to make. Rather than paying for a TV spot, they are just releasing it direct, not as a TV spot, over on YouTube instead.
Gotcha.
See what I mean? Like trying to minimize marketing.
I mean, yeah, granted, there are some where they'll throw up like a featurette or something like that. But yeah, as far as like and clips, I mean, I have seen that, but they're usually the same clips you'd see them do on like a talk show or whatever, if so and so come on to talk about the movie or whatever. But yeah, I guess I see what you're saying. Unless they're trying to use the short system to push these bastards out there.
Not shorts
they're
either.
Not shorts either. Huh?
Standard format. Standard format. It'll be interesting. It'll be a really interesting time to see. I'll be intrigued.
No, I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, but I'm telling people.
I want it to be good.
Yeah,
because I'm going to sit there and watch this fucking thing. So I want it to be good. I don't want to sit there and watch it and it be shit. I'm going to be really angry. Right? I want it to be good just for that.
Yeah, how long is this movie supposed to be?
Over 3 hours, like 3.5 hours or something like that. It's fucking insane.
God, can you imagine if it's just complete shit and you got to sit there for over 3 hours?
I'm getting 2 large popcorns, 2 large drinks, and a bag of sour candy. I'll be happy. I'm primed to be happy when I have food. All right, I'm a big bloke. I like my food. All right, so if I have that, I'm primed to be a happy man. If I don't like it, I'm good. Oh, fucking God. It's not going to be good. I'm not going to enjoy it.